Did you know that something as simple as the fish on your plate could be silently protecting your memory and your heart? Or, conversely, accumulating toxins that accelerate aging? In our golden years, every decision we make about what we eat takes on special weight. It's not just about nutrition, but about longevity, mental clarity, and the quality of each day we live. I am Dr. Elena Castillo, and I have dedicated my life to accompanying older adults on their journey toward a full and conscious life. As a doctor, I have learned that the key is not only to live longer, but to live better, with an agile mind and a strong heart. I deeply understand the challenges we face when searching for a diet that truly benefits us, especially as our bodies and needs change. My commitment is to offer you straightforward truths and transformative wisdom, always, with a practical and emotional approach, so that every bite is a step toward lasting well-being. It's very common in consultations to hear questions like, "Doctor, what fish should I choose to avoid Alzheimer's?" Or, "Are all fish really as good for the heart as they say?" The confusion is understandable. The world of nutrition is vast and often full of contradictory information. Many of my patients, now over 70, have unwittingly fallen into dietary traps that, far from helping, compromised their long-term health. Today, we're going to put that to rest, separating the wheat from the chaff so you know exactly which fish can be your allies and which, unfortunately, you should avoid. It's tempting to think that all fish is automatically good for you. After all, we've been told for years how healthy it is. But did you know that some of the most popular fish in our markets may unwittingly be adding a toxic burden to your system? Take mercury, for example. This is a heavy metal that accumulates in fish, especially those that are top predators and live longer. Fish like shark, swordfish, bluefin tuna, and king mackerel are known to have higher levels of mercury. Consuming them regularly can be harmful, especially to our brain and nervous system, which are already more vulnerable with age. Mercury can contribute to cognitive decline, affecting our memory and ability to concentrate, symptoms we often mistakenly associate with normal aging. And it's not just the brain, it can also impact cardiovascular health. That's why choosing wisely isn't an option. It's a necessity to protect our minds and hearts at this stage of life. Precisely, my dear listener, the key lies in discernment. Not all tuna is the same, for example. While canned light tuna, skipjack, which comes from smaller, younger fish, can be consumed in moderation, canned white tuna, albacore, and, above all, fresh bluefin tuna fillets contain significantly higher levels of mercury. Here, frequency and portion size are decisive. Thinking that it's just a little each day can add up to a worrying amount over time, affecting not only the nervous system but also kidney function. But the concern doesn't end with mercury. Let me tell you about another group of fish that, although often cheaper and more accessible, can be a source of nutritional disappointment and potential risks. Intensively farmed fish, especially Pangasius and tilapia. At first glance, they seem like a harmless alternative. However, their raising in crowded environments and on artificial diets rich in grains and soy drastically changes their nutritional profile. Unlike wild fish, which get their beneficial omega-3s from algae and other small fish, industrially farmed, Pangasius and tilapia have a much less favorable omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. This can work against our goal of reducing inflammation in the body, a key factor in many chronic diseases that affect older adults. Just as we've discussed Pangasius and tilapia, it's crucial that we turn our attention to another species often presented as an economical and versatile option: imported catfish. This fish, popular in many cuisines, frequently comes from fish farms in countries where environmental and health regulations are, unfortunately, less stringent. Here, the risks multiply. Imagine fish raised in overcrowded ponds where stress and poor hygiene drive the indiscriminate use of antibiotics. These residues can not only be transferred to our bodies, but also directly contribute to the growing antimicrobial resistance, a serious threat to global public health. But the list of concerns doesn't end there. Traces of chemicals banned in many other parts of the world due to their carcinogenic potential or endocrine-disrupting properties have often been detected in these same farms. Furthermore, the proximity of these fish farms to industrial zones exposes fish to contaminants such as heavy metals and dioxins, which silently accumulate in their fatty tissues. And of course, the cheap diet of plant byproducts continues to drastically alter their natural fatty acid balance, resulting in a much less favorable omega-6 to omega-3 profile. Far from helping us, they may be contributing to an inflammatory state in our bodies. Just as we've analyzed the challenges and risks associated with consuming imported catfish, with its concerns about antibiotics and contaminants that contribute to inflammatory conditions, we must now turn our attention to a fish that many consider a pillar of a healthy diet: tuna. While it's true that tuna is a source of protein and omega-3s, there is a significant concern that we cannot ignore, especially for certain population groups. I'm referring, of course, to mercury, a heavy metal that accumulates in the marine food chain. The larger and longer-lived the fish, the more mercury it accumulates in its tissues. This brings us directly to species like white, or albacore tuna, and big-eye tuna. These specimens, due to their size and lifespan, have considerably higher mercury levels than smaller varieties like light or skipjack tuna. And this mercury is not harmless. Once ingested, methylmercury, the most common form, in fish, travels through our bloodstream and is able to cross the blood-brain barrier, directly affecting our brain. The effects can be subtle: memory problems, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, or mood swings. In high doses or with chronic exposure, it can damage neurons and compromise cognitive function. But the impact isn't limited to the nervous system. Mercury has also been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. It contributes to inflammation, oxidizes LDL cholesterol, and impairs blood vessel function, increasing blood pressure and the risk of atherosclerosis. It is a silent toxin that, over time, can undermine our health. But this concern about mercury doesn't stop at tuna. Another star on our table, often confused with its safer relatives, is the king mackerel. Or, as it's known in some regions, kavala reel. This species, due to its large size and position as a top predator in the ocean, accumulates considerably higher levels of methylmercury than other varieties of mackerel. It's crucial to understand the difference. While Atlantic mackerel, sarda, or Pacific mackerel are fantastic options, rich in omega-3s and low in mercury, king mackerel is different. Its ability to grow to impressive sizes, often exceeding 1 meter, makes it a magnet for mercury throughout its life. Frequent consumption of king mackerel, especially by vulnerable groups such as pregnant, nursing, or young children, introduces a real risk of cumulative exposure to this neurotoxin. It's not about eliminating the fish, but rather about being aware and discerning. Choosing smaller, shorter life cycle species allows us to enjoy the benefits without the associated risks. And speaking of discernment and how our informed choices can protect our health, there's another star on our plates that deserves a critical look: tilapia. Many choose it for its affordable price and mild flavor, but it's crucial to understand that not all tilapia is created equal. When we talk about Strativario tilapia, we're entering a world of intensive farming practices that have direct consequences for our nutrition and well-being. Imagine a small space where thousands of fish live crammed together. This overcrowding is the norm in many tilapia farms. The result? Chronic stress in the animals, which often results in the need for antibiotics and other chemicals to prevent disease. Furthermore, the accumulation of waste, excrement, and uneaten feed in the water is massive, creating a breeding ground for bacteria and contaminants. This not only affects water quality, but can also be absorbed by the fish. But the problem doesn't end there. The diet of the Strativario tilapia is often very different from what it would consume in its natural habitat. Instead of algae and plants, They are fed a mixture of corn and soy, often genetically modified and, in some cases, even chicken waste. This unnatural diet drastically alters the fish's nutritional profile, leading to an extreme imbalance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. While wild fish, such as Atlantic mackerel or wild salmon, offer an excellent ratio of anti-inflammatory omega-3s, Catavero tilapia can have such an unfavorable ratio that it more closely resembles processed meat than a healthy fish. We're talking ratios exceeding 10.1 or even 20.1, when the ideal for human health is closer to 1.1 or 2.1. This excess of omega-6 is pro-inflammatory and contributes to the root of many chronic diseases we suffer from today. This imbalance isn't trivial, especially for our elders. Chronic inflammation underlies many common ailments, from arthritis and joint pain to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even cognitive decline. By consuming farmed tilapia, far from obtaining the expected anti-inflammatory benefits of the fish, we could paradoxically be contributing to a heightened state of inflammation. It's as if, instead of nourishing our bodies, we're prematurely wearing them down. Added to this is the concern about the chemicals and antibiotics used on farms. These substances can accumulate in fish tissues, and even if their levels are regulated, constant exposure is not ideal, especially for an immune system that is already more vulnerable with age. We seek foods that protect us, not those that expose us to risks. Tilapia, in this context, is far from the healthy food that many mistakenly perceive. Its low cost hides a higher price for our long-term health. Therefore, when considering the best fish for seniors, it is crucial to understand that quality and origin matter as much as, if not more than, the type of fish itself. We need options that truly provide valuable omega-3s and clean nutrition, without unwanted additives. So, what are those better options that offer us a truly nutritious embrace? This is where wild Pacific cod comes in, a true gem of the ocean that more than lives up to our expectations. Imagine a fish that not only tastes delicious, but is a fundamental pillar for the health of our elders. First, let's talk about its protein. It's of the highest quality, which means it provides all the essential amino acids the body needs to build and repair tissue. This is vital for maintaining muscle mass, which, as we know, tends to decline with age, a phenomenon called sarcopenia. Eating cod helps counteract this, maintaining strength and vitality. But its benefits don't end there. This fish is also an exceptional source of selenium, a powerful mineral with antioxidant properties that protect our cells from damage, strengthen the immune system, and support thyroid function. Think of selenium as a natural shield against cellular aging. It also provides phosphorus, essential for the health of our bones and teeth, and crucial for energy metabolism. And let's not forget vitamin B12, a key nutrient for the functioning of the nervous system, the production of red blood cells, and, therefore, keeping our minds sharp and full of energy. All this, with the peace of mind of knowing that it comes from clean water, which translates to low levels of contaminants, a stark contrast to the concerns we mentioned earlier. It's choosing wisdom for our plates. And if we continue exploring the vast sea in search of treasures for our health, we find some small but powerful allies, sardines. Often underestimated, they are true nutritional gems, especially for our seniors. Presented as a superfood, their profile is impressive. First, they are an extraordinary source of omega-3 fatty acids. These are the good fats our bodies can't produce and are crucial for cardiovascular health, brain health, supporting memory and cognition, and reducing inflammation, silently combating many chronic ailments. But the benefits of sardines don't end there. They're one of the few foods that provide us with vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin so essential for calcium absorption and bone strength. A vitamin D deficiency is common, and sardines are a delicious way to counteract it. also strengthening our immune system and improving our mood. By eating them whole, including their tiny bones, we get a generous dose of bioavailable calcium and phosphorus, vital for preventing osteoporosis and maintaining a robust bone structure. Additionally, like cod, they provide us with vitamin B12, essential for the nervous system and energy production. And best of all, due to their small size and short life cycle, they have a low mercury content, making them a safe option for regular consumption. These small, affordable, and accessible marine wonders offer a simple and delicious way to take care of our health. Imagine how easy they are to incorporate. A can of sardines on whole wheat toast with a drizzle of olive oil and a few slices of tomato, or crumbled into a fresh salad with avocado and green leaves. They're a quick and nutritious lunch, perfect for those days when time is short, but you don't want to compromise on the quality of your diet. Their impact goes beyond individual nutrients. It's the synergy of all of them that makes them so valuable. That calcium and phosphorus, along with vitamin D, are an unbeatable team to keep our bones strong and resilient, reducing the risk of fractures that, unfortunately, can have significant consequences in later life. And let's not forget the importance of those omega-3s to keep our mind agile, our memory sharp, and our heart vigorous, pumping health to every corner of our body. By choosing sardines, we're not just adding a food to our plate. We're actively investing in a fuller, more active old age, allowing us to enjoy each day with energy. Variety in our seafood diet is key, and while sardines are a mainstay, there are other ocean treasures waiting to be discovered, like the magnificent rainbow trout. This option is undoubtedly one of the safest and cleanest. Unlike other fish, rainbow trout, often raised in sustainable aquaculture in controlled fresh water, has a very low mercury content, making it an excellent choice for regular, worry-free consumption. Think of it as a concentrated source of vitality. It's rich in the prized omega-3 fatty acids, essential for maintaining mental sharpness, protecting our hearts, and reducing inflammation. But its benefits don't end there. Rainbow trout provides us with potassium, key for muscle and nerve function, phosphorus, essential for bones and teeth, iron, vital for energy and preventing anemia, and zinc, which strengthens our immune system. It also provides niacin, vitamin B3, crucial for energy metabolism, and vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects our cells. Preparing rainbow trout is surprisingly simple and delicious. Its tender, mild-flavored flesh lends itself to a variety of preparations: oven-roasted with a touch of lemon and herbs, grilled with fresh vegetables, or even steamed for a light and nutritious meal. Imagine a colorful plate with a rainbow trout fillet accompanied by steamed broccoli and a roasted sweet potato. It's a complete meal that not only satisfies the palate, but also nourishes every cell in our bodies. Including rainbow trout regularly in our diet is a smart choice for enjoying robust health and a full life. Taking advantage of the purity and richness of this wonderful gift of water, we've explored how rainbow trout, a sustainable, low-mercury freshwater fish, is a true nutritional gem, offering us a concentrate of omega-3s, essential vitamins, and minerals that benefit everything from mental acuity to cardiovascular health and the immune system. It's also surprisingly versatile and delicious in the kitchen. I'd love to know, what's your favorite recipe or how you plan to incorporate rainbow trout into your next meal? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this information helpful in nourishing your body and mind, I cordially invite you to subscribe to our channel, activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming wellness tips, and, of course, share this video with those looking for healthy and delicious options. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much for joining me. Until the next installment of Health and a Full Life,